YouTube, how the fuck you doing? Hey guys, Nadeshot. Today I'm bringing you a brand new video, and when I first started my YouTube channel, I used to tell a lot of stories about how I worked at McDonald's for 4 years when I was in high school, and for a little bit while I was in college. But there's some stories that you guys probably haven't heard in a long time, and I'm not even sure if I've told this one before. I did mention it on stream, but never on my channel, and I think you guys will really like it. So basically, for 2 years out of the 4 years that I worked at McDonald's, I would work Saturday and Sunday from 4:30 a.m. until 1 o'clock p.m. And then I would go home to make it in time for all the tournaments that I had on Saturdays and Sundays with the teams that I had when I was playing like Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3, those games. So basically, I would get to McDonald's before we need to open, and I was one of the openers. So that means I would go there early and make all the parfaits for the day. I would make all the coffee. I would make all the tea. I would make all the salads, cookies, apple pies, all that good stuff that you guys order from McDonald's. And then we would open the store an hour and a half later at 6 o'clock. Well, one morning, this was kind of a routine day. You know, I was up at 4 a.m. to try and get there at 4:30. And I got there a little bit early, about 10 minutes before anybody even showed up, because my manager has to come, open up the stores with the keys, turn off the alarm, and that's why, usually I would just wait in the parking lot. Normally, the manager would get there before me. I was always like 5 minutes late, dude. I was awful at waking up at that early in the morning. But for whatever reason, this day, I was the first one there, and I got to the parking lot, and I didn't really notice anything. It was just kind of like a normal day, and I waited for my manager to pull up. And so finally, she got there, and we both get out of our cars. You know, it's like dreadful, way too early in the morning. We're just both finally waking up, and it's just like, we got to work today. And so we walk over to the front of the store, and she goes to take her keys out. We're about 10 feet away from the building at this point. And then we notice that the security door that we normally go through is already open. And we hear the alarm going off in the background, and then the orange flashing light that normally goes off when the door has been opened without the key was, flicking in the back. So we're at this point like, what the hell is going on? And as we get closer, we just noticed that somebody had gotten into the building. So at that point, we're kind of freaking out a little bit, and we don't know if somebody could still be in there. We don't know if anybody had broken in and stayed inside and was waiting for workers to get there. We didn't know what the situation was. So we got back to our cars. We called the cops. They came, and they went inside, and they cleared the building. And so nobody was in there at that point, but we finally went in, and we noticed what had gone down. So basically, we think that somebody from the store that had possibly worked there might have been behind trying to rob the store, because in the manager's office there's a huge security door, and then the safe is in there. And so basically somebody was on the roof and actually fell through the ceiling onto the grill tables where we actually make the food, and they had tried to take a sledgehammer. They went into the break room, which is right next to the manager's office. The break room is where you eat lunch when you're on break, or where you go to hang out before your shift ends or after your shift ends, waiting for a ride, whatever it may be. But they are connected, and they are separated by one wall. So somebody went into the break room with a sledgehammer, tried to knock open the wall so they could get into the manager's office and steal the safe or steal any type of money that they could get their hands on. And it was just absolutely hilarious to us, because something went completely wrong in this robbery, because they legitimately fell out of the ceiling. Like, there was residue all over the table, and somebody must have taken a nasty fall. And to this day, I'm not sure if anybody was caught or anybody was found trying to pull off the robbery, because it obviously wasn't successful. I don't think they really thought it through that well, to be honest with you, because they didn't walk away with anything. But it was just crazy to think that, what if they had tried to rob the store during store hours, and, like, they could have came with a gun, whatever it may be. But it was just absolutely nuts to go and find out that somebody had broken into the place, like, probably right before we had gotten there. And it was insane that it was just, the experience itself was like, holy crap, that's crazy. That could have been us while we were at the store. But either way, I thought it was a really cool experience, to share with you guys, that somebody didn't really think through the actual robbery, didn't use their heads, didn't come away with any money. And that was just one of the things that's happened to me in the 4 years of me working at McDonald's. So I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Please drop a like if you did. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay, and YouTube. We'll see you fudging later.